crafted to endure. Capital Group, actively different, active ETFs.
Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time.
This defense in survival mode. They started off by using the obsidian to create the various shells of the defense, which separated the different defense matrices. Then the most miserable part came in, filling them up with layers of defenses. All hands on deck would be needed to finish in time, so a task list was created for players to claim whichever task they wanted to do if they were free. This way, everyone would be kept busy. While the 10 pros toil away at building this fortress, I want to thank Sparktoast for sponsoring this video. Sparktoast is a server hosting provider that offers hosting services for not just Minecraft, but many other games at an unbeatable price with fantastic service.
Every time I close my eyes, I see slabs of water and obsidian.
Now for me, advertising a server host is kinda hard because they all basically do the same thing, but Sparktoast is able to do the things a server host is meant to do and so much more, better than any of their competitors. Let's talk service. They offer high quality 24/7 support where they're just so efficient at being able to fix problems. I've used them personally for the past 4 years, so I can attest. I haven't ever told anyone this, but half the reason I made the fake base plans was to give me an excuse to not help build. I worked on that base for like an hour and then immediately looked for any excuse to log off. What about price? It's by far the cheapest I've ever seen. Their budget offerings are just $1 a month for 2 gigs of RAM, which is practically unheard of in the server hosting world. How about in terms of quality? Their servers average 99.95% uptime, offer a 2-day refund guarantee, provides unlimited player slots, and some of the best hardware on the market.
While it was cumbersome, tedious, and boring, and the phantoms were a pain to deal with, ultimately it was just that, annoying, tedious, and boring.
I've used Sparktoast for my own Anarchy server, countless events including this one, and even my own personal world with friends. Not because they pay me, but because I'm personally convinced that they offer the best server hosting service anywhere for what you pay. If you're interested, check it out at the link in the description, and if you want 30% off on top of their already great deals, make sure to use my discount code Horizon at checkout. Now then, back to the montage. Building slabs wasn't mindless enough for me to watch a show on my second monitor. I actually had to pay attention the entire time. And building obsidian was mindless, but placing down tens of thousands of the darkest block in Minecraft really did a toll on my sanity. In preparation for the event's start, they moved all their storage up to sky limit, seemingly in plain sight. However, it would be out of the entity render distance of nearly all players, so they basically hid all their valuables where it would be least expected, right above their heads. But after 7 grueling days of work, the defense for the fortress was now complete. But honestly, I would rather not be commentating on a big orange tube with a moving lava texture, killing the video's bitrate. So I allowed the group to design an exterior for their base without needing to grind the materials, just as long as it didn't provide any defensive value, so no obsidian could be used. The group's builder, a dancing lamb, worked on an exterior design for this fortress, and he cooked. He cooked really well, because this space looks absolutely insane. Once I placed the exterior on, they worked on their final touches, including cleaning up the base and constructing a moat around it too. Versus Dan built an entire statue of himself. For some reason,
It's called tactical defense!
but now it was finally time to get the 1,000 players on the server and see if the 10 pros can hold them off. I pinged our Discord server of 10,000 players eagerly waiting to join our event, and with over 2,000 of them who planned to attend, there would be no shortage of chaos. Soon enough, players began joining the server's queue en masse awaiting its opening. As the server began filling up with players who had been kept frozen until the event started, the 10 pros finished up their organization and took in the atmosphere of the calm before the storm. Once all players were unfrozen, they would be given 90 minutes of time to grind up gear until everyone is teleported in a radius around the main island, when they will all simultaneously rush the fortress and attempt to overwhelm the defenses of the 10 pros. With a combined force of literally a small town's worth of human beings sitting at their computers all over the world, be able to overwhelm the years of cultivated talent of the 10 pros, all the preparation and hard work be worth it? It's time to find out. Here Go. After around 5 minutes, the server was already filled up to the brim with 1,000 eager players, all frozen until we began. And so, the command was ran, and they would all be let free. We can move. We're free. Oh, no, this started the 90-minute timer. All 1,000 players would be given the freedom to do anything to grab the materials they felt they needed to raid the fortress with. This map is at 20,000 by 20,000 blocks, so there should be plenty of space for everyone. As players scattered and began gathering rudimentary materials. Oh my God, so many people. The pros back in the fortress really didn't have much to do while waiting for the 90-minute timer to end. Technically, the fortress was free reign for all players to travel to during this time, and even try breaking into. Although honestly, that's a terrible idea, given that you're essentially a cockroach in the eyes of more netherite-clad PvPers. Many of the pros scattered outside of the fortress to actually fly out with the elytras to find and kill as many players as they could. The 1,000 could respawn, but they would lose precious minutes of gathering time in the process, so it would be a crucial strategy to gain any leverage they could possibly obtain. Remember, the pros can always move faster, swim faster, and kill faster. But the 1,000 were so plentiful in number, players quickly got stacked during the time they had. I went around and tried to teleport to as many players as I could. Oh my gosh, they put up this sign. Skilled players surrender now, you might be spared. Skilled players surrender now, you might be spared. Oh god, he has no armor. We don't even kill him, just let him spend his propaganda. Flower.
Our newest thing yet. Lucar never has to know. Discover curated styles for less and priceless Labor Day sale going on now. Buy hot buys from every room starting at just $1.99. Plus, for a limited time, pay no interest until 2030 when you buy in store. Only at Ashley.
Of hotels, it's Papa Me. Welcome back to the pub. We've been watching Papa Me video in a while.
Sit down because today we're going to talk about hotels. We've all been to a hotel at some point in our lives, and the experience can vary greatly. A luxury hotel that caters to your every need.
When I went to Coachella, there was blood on my sheets, and I had to get that changed. That was a little upsetting. That was not like a lot, but there was like a blotch of blood about that big. It was like on one of the sheets. It was red. It might have not been blood, could have been makeup.
To a roach-infested Motel 6. There's a nice little spectrum out there. Regardless,
I stayed in a few Airbnbs that had cockroaches.
to what you're able to afford, going to a hotel can be a bit of a gamble. Sometimes they're dirty, sometimes the buildings are run down, and oftentimes there's a slight feeling of danger. I'm guessing from crackheads or maybe weird neighbors next door. What's that? Apparently, hotel room break-ins have become surprisingly common. And by that I mean, I feel like,
Oh, I'd be doing the latch, shove that fully.
that's always been the thing, right? So much so that there's an entire genre of video focused on giving tips on how to use household objects to lock hotel doors for unwanted guests or staff members, using things like hangers, towels, and forks to basically block the door. People even buy additional portable locks and alarms online to ensure their safety when staying overnight. You might think that doing this 20-minute long setup to lock your door or whatever while you're sleeping,
I think that's a little extra. I mean, hotels usually have like a double lock and a latch.
it might seem outrageous, but at the same time, you don't want to be that one.
If they're getting past those, they're getting past your stupid Amazon plastic lock that you got that was made in China. I think they're gonna get past that. You know, if they're getting past the double lock and the latch, I think they might just take the hinges off the door. At that point, I don't know how many more locks are really gonna do much.
So let's look at just how bizarre and terrifying the world of hotels can be. Over time, we've seen a large increase in sexual predators going after women in hotel rooms.
I have never heard of this.
Really came swinging. This one, too. Jesus Christ. Can't ease into it at all. Holy. I thought we might start with like petty theft, but nope. Here we go. While creeps preying on innocent women have been a tale as old as time itself, more people have felt comfortable coming forward to share their stories. One woman from Austin, Texas, recounts the night she had awoken to a man who had somehow gotten access to her hotel key. As he was attempting to open the door, the woman noticed his finger prying through the door, trying to undo the latch. The woman screamed and charged at the door and slammed it shut, yelling,
Oh my god. I would hit them see us jump fucking sideways, right into the fucking door, cut his fingers off. Oh my god. He would be drop kick the fucking door. His fucking hand.
The man screamed and quickly scurried off. She quickly called 911 but soon realized,
No, you wouldn't. Yes, I would. And he was trying to unlock the door, kicking that shit shut.
the man's severed fingers were still in the door latch when the police arrived, which is awesome.
I would put what did they say? His fingers were still in the door.
Listen, the man's severed fingers were still in the door.
Oh my god, they were severed. I was gonna say that would cut your fingers off. You know how like hotel doors are like heavy. You ever notice that? Hotel doors weigh like 100 pounds. They're like metal, like soft. Like I feel like they're just like you gotta open that shit.
Latch when the police arrived, which is awesome. I would put him in a fucking jar. If I was that woman, I would throw those fingers 100%.
And they're bulletproof? Are they really?
It's not saying that more often than not, the source of most disturbances
Oh, you're saying fireproof.
and strange occurrences are the hotel guests themselves. For example, one man was arrested for gooning in the hotel lobby in Nashville.
Just jorking it in the lobby? That's kind of crazy. While fucking Ed Sheeran's playing. A lot of people have been asking me to re-release merch, and I originally didn't want to do that because I think it ruins the limited ability that the merch drops have for the week or two that it's out, where you can get it at that time. But since we've gotten so many requests, I thought it would be a fun idea to a re-release in the summer of some of the most popular designs of the previous, 3, 4, 5 merch drops that I've done in different color schemes. So you can see we have some previous things
Hang
here,
on, I'm doing it.
colors, as well as the Memento Mori pants.
There's this game people keep talking about, Clash Royale. They're saying if you lose in the game, you die the same way in real life. Shut up. No way.
You only have to play, right?
I'm playing it right now. Oh.
We're doing this.
Oh. Oh. Just lost my last tower. Come on, Hog Rider. Come get me.
Is he?
Don't lose.
1 minute, I'm not. This is like the fucking 10th reshoot. God damn it. A more Fonzie shirt in blue. There's a bunch of different colors. Some of the original ones as well. Check it out, JoeBartolozziStore.com. It will be out for like a week, 2 max. Then the next real new June drop will be in November. But if you want to catch any of the merch that you previously might have missed, especially in different colors, go check it out, JoeBartolozziStore.com. Thank y'all. Let's get back into the video.
A man named Jonathan Walker had visited a Hilton Garden Inn and he started using the computer in the hotel's business center, despite not being a hotel guest. He started playing porn on the speakers for a long period.
Wow, on the fucking Dell computer that they have in the fucking room in the hotel lobby that nobody ever uses.
For a period of time until hotel workers started to notice. They called the police, who approached him and tried to get his attention. Jonathan refused to stop watching. So the police officers had to take him into custody and remove him from the premises. As it turns out, this was a repeat occurrence, and he had already been banned from the hotel previously. He was charged with trespassing. He must have been locked in, dude. He's like, I can't hear you.
I like how he thinks it's like a public library. Just go in and watch
Public library.
I don't even know if you're able to go to a public library or library and watch that.
Where we go watch what? Is that what you do? Well, that's
People still go to public libraries. I don't think I've ever been to a public library in my life. I don't think I've ever been to a public library. Maybe once. I still do. You still go to public libraries? Yes. What do you do there? Study?
What I want to know is when they're like, he did it for a long time. I'm wondering, because he said he was a repeat offender to this hotel. I wonder if they just saw him and like he'll be done in a bit.
It sounds like he was just blind. Bro,
I'm not gonna make like a stereotype here. Okay, I'm gonna make a stereotype here. I don't think men really read a lot. Whenever I go to like a band bookstore, if there's like 20 people in the store, like 2 of them are men. Ever. I feel like a lot. Do you think there's a statistic on that? Women read more books than men, especially fiction. Survey studies show that women consistently read more frequently and in higher volumes than men do. They have a higher likelihood of reading for pleasure and engaging with various forms like physical books, ebooks, and audiobooks. One side
2 out of 9.
Tom Holland, 1 hair. Okay. Tom Holland, 20 hairs. 100 hairs. 500 hairs. 1,000. 5,000. 10,000. 60,000. Tom Holland, 1 hair. Okay. Tom Holland, 20. Don't you be a smart ass. Don't you be a smart ass. If you don't finish that pork chop, I swear I will chew it up and spit it in your mouth like a mama bird. Do it, Mom, do it. Thank you for saying, no, enough is enough. The boy has got to eat. Just give me a minute. Mister. Any straw? I'll drink it. What is it?
Thing. I don't understand how like women read like sex novels. I don't think I can do that. Like read like 50 Shades of Grey. I'm not saying all women, by the way. I'm saying like that's a popular book, right? Like I wouldn't be able to read that. What does this mean? Like what is this crap?
You can build a Shopify business for drop shipping products. Basically, it lets you sell products without having to worry about holding inventory or handling shipping yourself. You sell items for another company and they ship them directly to your customers. It's so easy, it should low-key be a crime. Here are some tips to kick things off. Number 1, find reliable.
For 88
most read self-help books on Goodreads. This doesn't even make sense. 30 bucks percent of male readers, 58 bucks percent of male readers. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, 30 books by women, 58 books by men. Men are more likely to read books by men. I don't think that's the same thing with the women.
And of course, this is not the only story about gooning in a hotel. There's also Florida's serial hotel gooner. Try my friends, serial hotel gooner. In 2019, at Hotel Zamora, Jason Bradley walked into the hotel balcony naked and started masturbating in front of a hotel staff member. That's just not fun. That's a little peekaboo, that's a little jack in the box that I ghost to see. It's not sexual harassment. Yeah.
How is that arousing as well for him? To just literally, like, walk up to somebody that's like, ew, what are you doing? And just start doing it.
When management intervened and told him to stop, Jason ran back to his room and locks the door. A toddler, like when parents try to pick you up from your friend's house and you try to hide and be like, just see if I can stay over again. This time it's like a 6'3" naked guy, hard dick, run through the lobby. Police were promptly called and he was arrested shortly after. 3 days later, Jason was again arrested for the same thing. This time at a high.
I mean, at that point, oh my god, I'm touching himself on the beach. At that point, I feel like he would just have to stay in jail.
Hotel near Clearwater Beach. This time, Jason was caught jerking in a beach house cabana that he didn't pay for, which is the biggest crime ever. And that was after 3 women complained about him, so he was hiding there beating for a bit. It took 3 women to come forward and be like, there's a guy in there. And let me tell you, I don't think he paid. When confronted, Jason punched the employees in the face and then ran into the parking garage to hide. You think that was the hand he was using to beat his cock?
No, I think he punched with his other hand.
So you think that he's beaten and punched? That's an alpha. The police were called and Jason was once again swiftly arrested. He now faces multiple counts of loot.
What do you think the conversation there is?
Exhibition and assault. Just a few months ago, he was also arrested for indecent exposure involving a minor.
How does he keep getting in and out of prison and then just jorking it in public? You know what I mean? Like, how's he getting arrested for indecent exposure, getting out the next day, and then going to the beach and doing it again?
Some people have reported strange hotel guests sneaking into their hotel rooms in the middle of the night, creating a traumatizing experience. Natalia Taksisi, a model from Thailand, posted a viral TikTok detailing a horrifying experience she had at a Japanese hotel.
She traveled on a strange man under my bed. I'm kicking him in the fucking teeth. Oh my god. I feel like if you looked under a bed and somebody was there, your gut reaction is like scream and run. But you're really in the biggest advantageous position you could be in. If there's somebody under the bed, they're fucked. Like, they're not going to be able to hurt you. And if they have a gun, it's different. But I'm saying, like, if they have no weapons and they're just unarmed and they're like for them to get out, they have to crawl out, you can just fucking full-on belly flop onto their fucking skull.
Japan for a vacation, believing it would be a safe place for assault.
They grab your ankle, you kick them.
Solo trip. Tulsi decided to go to the APA hotel and was.
I would probably say you would stand on top of the bed and just wait for them to come out.
In Tokyo, which is a well-known hotel chain. After a long day of sightseeing, she returned to a hotel and laid in bed before noticing a particularly repulsive smell. After some time,
He smelled that bad that she noticed him.
she realized that it was coming from underneath her bed.
Oh my god. I think I'd have a heart attack.
What?
Just like scrolling on TikTok for like an hour. Dude, it smells bad. You pull one of those maneuvers where you just lean over the bed. You don't even get up. You don't even do this. You don't get down from the bed. You fucking lean over and go. What are you doing if you see a guy staring at you? I'd go. And if I saw a guy go, staring back at me, is there a word exchange there? I feel like it's just indiscernible. Like fucking screaming.
Tulsi checked under the bed, face to face with a pair of eyes staring directly at her. She screamed and leapt off the bed.
This is straight up horror movie shit.
The Asian man climbed up from under the bed and stared at her for about 3 seconds.
Do you think he was naked?
No, I think he was just a weird, stinky man, little garbage man. At the moment, Tulsi claimed that those seconds felt like my life was over. Suddenly, the man started screaming before turning and sprinting out the room. Turns around, pulls a Kevin McAllister. The Police were contacted where they found a hidden power bank that the man was using for his phone. He had potentially been there for a long. He was there all day.
Oh, so he wasn't even trying to be.
You're the
So he wasn't trying to be a creep. He just wanted to charge his phone.
You're the
Like he was bumming and living in the hotel room and just sleeping under the bed.
For sure. He was charging his phone. This is not your car. This is your car. But this weekend, no one has stopped.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Playing like Angry Birds. So, due to the lack of CCTV cameras in the hotel, the police claimed that there was little chance of identifying the man. But eventually, she was able to get a full refund for her trip. Thank God.
I stayed at a APA hotel.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? I forgot about that.
They're nice. Apparently, we need to fact check this, but apparently the APA hotel is run by a cult leader. So maybe it was a cult member.
Yeah, maybe it was a cult member. They're like, go out there and take the sweater. Josh will be out there ready to Hotel guests have a tendency to do whatever they want in hotel rooms, seeing as they're paying for it. While some will settle for cranking out the AC all night, others treat the place like their own personal trash can. This is the case.
I be bumping the AC, dude. I go, this ain't on my dime. I say that, literally. Middle of summer. Oh, they got it set at 72? Let's bump it down to 67. Actually, no. Let's bump it down to 67. And crank that shit low. Crank that shit low. And then I'm gonna be, turn the TV on. All the lights are going on. I'm gonna make it cozy.
For Kelly Tedford, the OnlyFans hotel pisser. A new head.
What?
Picture, an OnlyFans model named Kelly Tedford was caught destroying a Marriott hotel room with her butt.
Like peeing all over the floor and the beds and shit and filming it.
Kelly Waste. She had the plan of filming a video for her OnlyFans, Kinky Kelly, in which she would cover the entire room in her own piss. She proceeded to pee all over the bedding, all over the curtains, even pissed on the AC unit, which it's like that's gonna blow it even more.
I mean, how much piss does she have? Like, you ain't got a full black. How many times did she have to? How many cuts did she have to do to pee everywhere?
For the air. Which granted, the room's gonna smell like piss anyway, so she's like, it's. And she even pissed on the hotel Bible. For good measure, she even took a on the floor, which she would later hide in the upper tank of the toilet.
What?
Gorgeous.
What? She pooped on the floor on OnlyFans and then scooped it and put it in like the fucking like water vat.
She's being a little bitch, dude. That's what needs to be slapped around.
She needs to be shown a thing or two.
How much do you think if she didn't poop on the floor, she would have gotten away with it? Like, if the piss dry, would they know? If you peed on the bed, yeah. But, like, it would have to be pretty bad. I think you could walk into a subpar hotel. I'm not talking like a 4 or 5-star hotel. I think you could walk into like a Days Inn and just every time you needed to pee, just pee in the corner of the room. And I don't think they would notify you. I think you would just be like, you'd hear nothing. They wouldn't clean it. It would smell a little.
She was arrested and charged with criminal mischief. Further investigation showed that she had been doing things like this for years. In one case, she was arrested for peeing all over grocery store products.
Okay, so that's actually crazy. She was peeing on food.
A whole new problem with hotel guests emerges when you look at stories revolving around luxurious hotels. Some wealthy guests can be straight up menaces. Some hotel workers have to put up with a very unique type of harassment, like the smear campaign orchestrated by a teenager named Theodore Weintraub. Theodore had been attempting to order a drink at the bar inside the Mark Hotel, an upscale spot known for its high-profile clientele. It was turned down due to him being 17, attempting to use a fake ID, which caused him to become aggressive. After causing a scene, he was banned from the hotel for disturbing other guests, and he later tried to.
Why is there so many pictures of this guy? Like, why do we just have like fucking straight up B-roll images of him? Like, this is just like a stock photo. He just has like aura photos just ready up.
And for the hotel for disturbing other guests,
like a Getty image.
And he later tried to enter into a dinner reservation with his family, only to be caught and denied entry. He begged them to reconsider, only to flip out since he didn't get his way. And according to the file,
I think at that point, if he wanted to drink that bad, he could have just waited for dinner and then like had his dad order a drink and then just take it. Oh, he started being anti-Semitic and spitting in people's food. becoming anti-Semitic and spitting in people's food. What does quelled mean? The father eventually quelled his outburst. Just quelled. Put an end to. I mean, dude, if I had a son that was causing a scene like that at a restaurant, I'm kicking him the fuck out. We're leaving. I am a firm. Well, I mean, dude, the kid's a teenager now, so it's even different. But like, if I had a 5-year-old, or this kid's like 17. So let me do this example first. You ever go to a restaurant and there's like an iPad kid who just starts screaming, crying about anything, getting up and leaving? I don't understand. I'm not going to make any judgments of that person, right? But like, if I'm the parent and my kid is crying in a movie theater, crying in a restaurant, I'm getting the fuck up and I'm walking out, right? I understand there might be like a reason that they're crying, but like, that's just like, this is ruining everyone's eating experience, especially at a nice restaurant. Like, there's been times it's a little different if I'm like at an Applebee's. And, that's kind of the service I'm expecting, or the experience I'm expecting is some crying kid and a bunch of other shit and annoying people, food on the floor, whatever it may be. But if I'm like a nice restaurant where I'm paying hundreds of dollars for food and there's a crying, screaming toddler, kick that kid the fuck out. If I'm I think that should be like a rule at fancy restaurants. I'm actually going to have that. If I'm at a fancy place where I own a fancy restaurant, where like you're paying an average of over $100 per person, you can't bring kids in. Like, not like, a 10-year-old, but like a kid that's gonna, like a risk. If I'm at a fucking steakhouse, not like Texas Roadhouse, like a family joint, like a fucking 5-star steak restaurant, and there's a toddler screaming, kick him out. Sorry, you gotta leave. I'll calm the bill. You gotta leave. You're ruining the experience. You're on a date. Like, dude, somebody hit that thing. Get them the fuck out of here. Like, they need to leave. And then on top of that, now this kid, 17, making a scene, spitting people's food. I'm the dad. That, bro, I'd be like, yo, you're disowned. Yo, you're on your own, buddy. Hey, we're going home tonight. You ain't got a home, pal. Sorry. What are you doing? 17, you're spitting in people's food? I'd be like, bro, no way.
Until his father calmed him down. Theodore, stop. Stop it, Theodore. Calm down. We're sorry. He usually gets his alcohol and he's fine.
He wasn't spitting? Oh, defendant began the hotel of accusing. Oh, he said the hotel was anti-Semitic and spit in people's food. Oh. Either way, if he's throwing an outburst because he got denied because he's not 21, can't have a drink.
Stop.
Stop. I mean, like, bro, you gotta leave.
There was also reports of hotel staff passing by him on the street near the hotel. Theodore became enraged and started screaming at them. This frustrated him so much that 2 years later, he returned to the hotel